If you're like most people, paying off your mortgage and entering retirement debt-free sounds pretty appealing. It's a significant accomplishment and the end of a major monthly expense. However, for some homeowners, their financial situation and goals might call for attending to other priorities while chipping away at their home loan. My guest is Kris Koenig with Prime Capital Investment Advisors in Overland Park, Kansas. So, Kris, this strategy may reduce costs in retirement, but it can also reduce liquidity, right?
That's right, Scott, and it's great to be back with you here today. This is a question I get from my clients a lot. Hey, should we pay off our home? I think it's one of those maybe American dreams that people have where, hey, I want to pay this off, I want to live in retirement, that's one less stress. For a lot of people, that may make sense. For others, it may not. And so, again, we always want to fall back to a plan and kind of look at that and say, does it really make sense to pay it off? In the last 10 years or so, interest rates have been historically low. And if you've got a 3, 4, even 5% rate on your mortgage, maybe it doesn't make sense to take that money out of an investment that's making 5, 6, 7%. We have a little bit of arbitrage there, right? And so it may not make sense to pay off the home, but a lot of times, maybe it's not a numbers question. Sometimes it comes down to a heart. Will I sleep better at night just knowing my house is paid off? And so what we try to do with our clients is sit down, map it out, and see if it makes sense. And at the end of the day, sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't.
So you mentioned peace of mind and arbitrage. Can you expand on that?
Sure. Yeah, so let's say let's look at it as two investments, right? Your home's an investment, and instead of maybe making 3%, that's what you're paying the bank, right, to pay off your home, which is an investment. Eventually, one day you'll own it. It'll be an asset that you can use, for whatever. But we have another investment over here on the side that's making us, 5%, 6%, let's say. And so if you have something that you're paying 3% on, but you have another asset that's making you 5%, well, there's 2% gap there, right? And so that's what we call arbitrage. It's money that you're making, whereas if we took the money from the 5% investment and used it to pay off something that we're only paying 3% on, well, we've actually lost some money there, right, or the arbitrage. We're not making as much as we could have by using leverage. Sometimes people hear leverage and it scares them. They think it's a negative word. In this instance, it's actually a really good thing because your money's continuing to work for you, especially in retirement. You don't just take all your money out of investments and stick it in a bank account and hope you don't spend it all. You need it to continue to work for you and make more money so that you don't run out. And so again, part of our planning process, you look at all those things, you run the numbers and make sure that it makes sense.
That's Kris Koenig in Overland Park, Kansas, and this is Retirement News Online.